Hi guys, I am back with more Final Fantasy XIII. I have to apologise for being late. My computer crashed a couple of times. Good stuff. I woke up late. Also good stuff. A few other things have happened. I set everything perfectly, and then my computer crashed and I realised I need to redo my camera. So if you bear with me just 1 second, let's zoom in a teensy bit, tilt this bad boy down a teensy bit. There we go, that'll do, right? That'll probably do it. Excuse me, I'm still feeling a bit ill. Anyway, let's proceed. So, we finished the last episode, or the last stream, because the game kept crashing. I guess, let's see if my most recent fixes have sorted that out. So, I've turned off Cloud. Wait, let's listen to this.
I know your name. Noel Kreis. What?
Then you're gonna have to go through me! Can you fight?
I think it's exactly the same as the last one we saw. Yeah, so I turned off cloud streaming, which I think fixed the issue for the most part, it seemed. The other fix that I read about was this game was released obviously quite a while ago, back when 32-bit systems were quite prevalent, which means the RAM could only go up to 2 gig. So I found a patch to allow it to go up to 4 gig, a la 64-bit systems, which, let's be honest, everyone uses these days. So I mean, I guess let's see whether that works, because if it doesn't, I'm stopping the stream. I'm gonna call Final Fantasy quits and work on something else.
Rejecting the easy path, humanity has chosen to build a society based on human technology rather than relying on the fal'Cie. A provisional government has replaced the Sanctum, and a scientific organization calling itself the Academy searches ruins for ancient technological secrets. One such site is on the shores of Lake Brescia, where a giant war weapon has been unearthed.
Not a giant war weapon, my god. So fingers crossed, if we can beat this boss and it doesn't crash. Did we beat it twice last time and it crashed both times? I can't even remember, I was so frustrated.
When reaching for the future, we sometimes fall into the past. As we gaze upon events that cannot be changed, our hearts grow bitter with regret. And you, my dear Sarah, will you encounter your past here? How will you choose to deal with that pain?
I will always be very impressed with that landing.
This is Cocoon.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, check it out. You can see the ground above us.
Wow. So this is how Cocoon looks from the inside.
That's right, I forgot. This is your first time here.
Yep.
Kupo. Cute little thing. Cute little thing.
What is that?
Look out!
It's like a giant puppet. I just realised it's got like strings on its fingers.
Get up!
An arm?
Yeah, and not looking to shake hands, I'm guessing.
The dialogue in Final Fantasy games. You know a hand, and it's not looking to shake hands. Let's go. Wounding attacks. Reduce maximum HP. Can't be healed. A lock battle is your enemy. Wins swiftly. Okay. It's resetting before I can even fucking... Before I can do anything. Although... There was that point where he just does a cutscene and auto staggers. I wonder if you just have to like survive for a certain amount of time. Maybe that's the key. I was supposed to look at my Crystarium as well. I can't remember when the last time we... Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. Suck it up. I can't remember the last time we leveled up. Probably should have done that before a big boss fight.
Okay.
Keep going, guys, because apparently we can't heal, remember. Important to note. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done, Noel.
Visible giant.
Because if I can't heal, then I'm kind of fucked. Oh, we only took 1 health off that time. There we go. Right, fingers crossed there's no crash.
located. Engage at will. Paradox effect confirmed. Targeting Atlas. Fire!
Very confused why that was my QTE to do. I had to QTE to get them to shoot at the big dude. Okay.
That was exciting.
Guess it's over. Huh? It's the army! Go!
Friends of yours?
Apparently not.
Attention intruders. Surrender immediately.
Taking you to headquarters. Move! These are the infiltrators? They look like civs who took a wrong turn.
Kinda
They
like,
were right there when the giant started moving. Probably have something to do with this paradox effect. Huh. Think they might have caused it? We'll soon find out. And dig up any intel they've got on Atlas while we're at it.
but we fought the thingy. Come on.
You're being detained as potential suspects in the unsanctioned activation of Atlas. Come with me. And no funny business.
We're being treated like criminals. But it's just a misunderstanding. Stick to the truth and we'll be okay. And smile. Smiling usually helps.
Are you saying that because there's a guard right there? Like, hey, let's have a private conversation that he definitely won't overhear. I can't go in my I can't go in my settings. I can't do my Crystarium stuff. That's upsetting. It appears to be locked. Well, damn, who would have thought that was a thing?
What's up?
There's something about this world that's different from mine. Let's see what Noel thinks. What's with the giant hand? Why did we arrive in this place? What's the academy? What do you make of this paradox effect? Yeah.
What is this paradox effect?
Remember the weirdness near your village when the meteorite fell? Probably the same kind of thing. Yeah? Bored?
Bored.
You're going straight to Academy HQ. Don't drag the truth out of you.
We've been taken prisoner by a group known as the Academy. Let's see what we can find out from the guard. What's the Academy? I'm hungry. What's going on? Why are we prisoners? What's the Academy?
One question. What's the academy?
The Academy is the institute that's investigating these ruins. Who doesn't know that?
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make myself a bit smaller and put myself like here maybe. Maybe then people will be able to see the dialogue. Let's see.
You two came up on the grand elevator?
The grand what? Sarah, what's he talking about?
He could be talking about the elevator that's supposed to connect Cocoon and Pulse, but it's still being built. It's going to be finished next year.
You're confused, miss. It was done last year.
Last year?
The elevator wasn't anywhere near completion, but he says it's been operational since last year. How is that possible? Am I remembering wrong? What could it mean? Is this the future? Is this another world? Is this the future? Obviously. No! Oh!
I don't get it.
Next year in your time. Last year in this time. Which means we've traveled 2 years into the future.
That's what I wanted to say.
Huh?
Is that you?
Hey! Watch yourself.
Thanks. Oh, Sarah! It is you!
You know them?
Uh-huh. Alyssa Seidel. I'm an Academy intern. I heard you apprehended our 2 observers, so here I am.
Observers?
Yes, they're invited guests of the Academy. I was showing them around and forgot to give them their communicators.
Back up a second. These guys, these observers, are VIPs?
Hang on. There is no way this guard is gonna let us out because an intern has come up and said like, oh yeah, I know them. Right? He'd have to get authorization from his commanding officer.
I hope we can forget about this little mix-up.
But cool. He believes her.
Time to rest. Strange world, stranger events, unfamiliar faces, an uncertain future. They speak of anomalies, of a strange energy that warps time itself. Things that shouldn't exist here are appearing near the gates. Things that shouldn't happen are happening. They call this phenomenon the paradox effect. And if you think about it, that term could apply to our existence in this age as well. Lightning, how will I find you when I don't even know when or where I'll end up next? Rain. Oh. I'll supply you both with
Oh,
common
Rain.
sense.
Oh.
Right this way, please. Thank you for your help. I was just wondering, have we met before?
Oh, no. Sorry about all that observer nonsense back there. Lucky for us, that soldier was so quick to believe me.
You're a friend of Sarah's? Oh wait. A girl named Alyssa lied to a soldier to set us free. We need some answers. You're a friend of Sarah's when you get in trouble. What are these ruins? What's your story? You're a friend of... Wait, am I playing as Noel or am I Sarah? I'm so confused. Why would I say, are you a friend of Sarah if I am Sarah? What are these ruins, I guess is the most prevalent thing.
What ruins are these?
This is what's left of an ancient cocoon city. We're hoping to uncover some buried technology. Right this way, please.
So the paradox is a distortion in time and space.
You know, I think we may have really traveled into the future.
Then we're better off keeping quiet about where we're from for now.
Mm-hmm. Is this still locked? I want that item. God damn. Oh well, never mind. Let's go and chat to some people, shall we? Does anybody want to talk to me? Anybody at all? You do.
You show interest in the ruins. Are you a student?
Well, I was supposed to go to the capital's university.
And because of what happened to Cocoon, you gave up your studies? I'm sorry that happened.
It's all right. Things turned out well.
Oh. Things turned out great. They're great. That's okay. I don't need to zoom out. I can see it from here. Got it. So Sarah's Crystarium. We didn't... So that's just made that... Oh. So it's all on the same... So I can either level her up evenly. So the next one is Spark Strike. So that's Scourge, or if I keep going Ravager, it's Blizzard. And if I go... the Crystarium is expanded. Select a level bonus. Commander bonus boost, Ravage bonus boost, unlock Saboteur, increase ATB, increase accessory capacity. Oh, I don't know. Let's increase my ATB, I guess. So if I just maybe just pump her in Commando. And pump him in Ravager then. Oh, Synergist. Do I want him to be a Synergist? Nah. See how we get on with that. I saw there was new data log entries. Historia Crux. The Historia Crux is the crossroads that lies between the time gates. It's a separate dimension connecting one age to the next. This surreal plane is said to be the border of the chaotic realm of Valhalla, and only those with an affinity for the power of chaos are able to use it to travel through time. Even the godlike fal'Cie are not free to enter the Historia Crux as they please. Paradoxes. Following the appearance of the gate that appeared in New Badum in 3AF, time gates began showing up in a multitude of locations. The Research Institute, the Academy, gave a name to the anomalies that accompany the arrival of these gates and cause impossible things to happen. They called them paradoxes. In any location where a paradox is present, people report strange occurrences, such as the sudden appearances of unusual monsters and odd connections to other times and places. Atlas. Atlas is a massive humanoid war machine found within the Brescia ruins, and it began an uncontrolled rampage when the paradox effect was triggered. Only the left hand of Atlas was uncovered, but the rest of its invisible body is thought to exist in a different space-time. Despite being excavated in the ruins of an ancient city, the technology that powers the giant is far beyond the capabilities of that age. Researchers theorize that Atlas is actually a man-made weapon pulled into the present from some future time period. The Gran Elevator. The Gran Elevator is an ambitious project that aims to build a conveyance that will travel along the Crystal Pillar and connect Cocoon to Gran Pulse. The main purpose of the elevator is to provide a means to transport materials from inside Cocoon and help speed construction of the city springing up at the base of the pillar. With completion of the elevator scheduled for 4AF, it is still under construction when Sarah and Noel first pass through a time gate in 3AF. The Academy. The Academy is a research institute founded in the year 3AF. In addition to improving existing scientific techniques, the institute also actively seeks out lost technologies. After the fall of Cocoon, the true nature of the fal'Cie and their antipathy towards humans was revealed. In response to this development, the Academy champions a philosophy that encourages the restoration of society based solely on the efforts of mankind, with no interference from or reliance upon the fal'Cie. Oh, good. These people learn the lesson. And then some more fragments, monster bits. Gog Magog Fragment Beta. Ancient documents provide scant information about the true nature of Gog-Magog. Researchers believe that there may be two Gog-Magogs, and that the name refers to the species, not the individual. Others believe that Gog-Magog is a fal'Cie who was punished for trying to travel the timeline. This may well be the most compelling explanation for the beast's immense power. Immense power? It was the first boss. What are you talking about? Okay, good. Anyone down here want to chat?
Like a sample from Atlas.
Oh, loads of people.
Atlas has the ability to appear and disappear randomly. Its main physical component actually exists elsewhere.
So if we want to defeat Atlas, we need to destroy that component.
We can also try and figure out its spatial manipulation mechanism. I wonder if the paradox has anything to do with it.
The gear we're using is old, but
We here at the Academy have a great responsibility. With the fal'Cie gone, people rely on us to protect humanity.
This city is several centuries old. Yet based on our studies so far, Atlas is quite obviously from an entirely different time.
So Atlas wasn't born from the ruins.
Exactly. It's as if it sprung up here from a completely different dimension.
I really enjoy the conclusions these people jump to.
There are similar glowing objects deep within the ruins. It's packed with monsters back there, though.
It's all good. I'm a pro monster hunter. Don't worry about it. $400 gil. That was the thing with the first game. It never gave you any gil. Like,
This is my first time on site, but I can't.
what are you? Acquired the leaving gate seal. What is that? This item closes gates in the following location. Nubadoom 3AF. Closes gates.
Scares me.
No one knows what Atlas is going to do.
So, what does that mean?
To be honest, Atlas scares me. It's not a fal'Cie or a monster, or like anything made by humans.
This gate was unlocked from the Historia Crux. Return. Yeah. I really quickly want to go back and see what this teardrop gate thing is. You now have access to the close gate option. Items known as gate seals allow you to close selected space-time locations within the Historia Crux and reset a part of their history. Watch as events are rewound to a point before any artifacts are obtained. Use this option to solve past mysteries once more or to undo any mistakes that have been made. Note that using this option will not cause you to lose any fragments or key items. Select Open Gate and restore history for a location you've reset. Make clever use of the option to relive events and explore every potential outcome.
Rejecting the
Hey. I am not a clever man. And all this wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff confuses me a great deal. Right. Okay, let's continue with the story.
Thanks for the help.
Thanks for their help. You're very welcome. I wonder if she's trying to make us go this way.
What a unique little pet. Well behaved, too. Is he a monster of some sort?
Not exactly. He's more like a good luck charm.
Is that right? You're such a cute little boy.
Goofo.
I'm a good boy.
It's my turn to cook today. Hope you're not a picky eater.
Oh no, I'll eat anything. Thank you.
Good to hear. You know you need to be able to handle anything in this day and age.
It's your turn to cook for everybody. Holy moly.
5 years ago, the Sanctum ordered the Purge and drove people out of their homes. A lot of them escaped and fled. They hid in these ruins, hoping to survive.
Please select a communicator before you proceed. You'll need the ID.
Okay.
I appreciate your help. I apologize for my colleague. He's not a friendly one.
Who? I saw you. I obtained a black belt. Oh. So what's that? Max HP, that's physical resistance. You don't have anything though, so... let's give you the black belt. I guess. I really want to like proceed and explore like I always do, but I probably should continue the quest stuff.
You'll need an ID to travel any further into the ruins. Here, take this communicator and keep it with you at all times.
Thanks.
So I'm curious.
Yeah?
Just why are you helping us anyway?
I saw you two. I saw how you got here through that thing.
What, you mean through the gate?
Yes, it is a kind of gate. It links to another world, doesn't it? Ooh, nice to finally have some clue what these things are for.
So basically, helping us out was almost like part of your research. But you still have questions.
I do have questions, yes. About the gate and about the paradox.
Yeah. But with Atlas throwing his weight around, the ruins will be closed off and there goes the chance to get your answers.
No. Po-po-po.
No problem. We'll take care of that giant for you.
You will? Great!
You can choose which character you wish to control. Change leader. If the current leader is KO'd, the remaining character will automatically become the new battle leader. Oh, thank God, that's a new mechanic from the last game. 3 types of gates exist in the world. The one that shine like the sun have been blessed by the goddess and require special artifacts. The crystal gates require wild artifacts that can be obtained in many locations and times. However, the artifacts are consumed with each use. The scorched gates are the ones most recently used by Sarah and Noel to travel to that location. Approach them to return to the Historia Crux. Righto. There we go. That's better. Also... Oh, come on, man. All this talk of exploring, it was, it was literally just like a teensy bit here. Who are you? What is this? What are you wearing?
Chocobocolina! Welcome, get your traveling products here at Chocolina's Emporium. The beauty's all mine, but the products can be yours, but only if you show me the money. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime choc-amazing opportunity, so don't miss out.
I've never seen anyone like you before. Who are you? And what do you have for sale?
I thought you'd never ask.
Chocolina is a mysterious traveling merchant who appears all along the timeline. She offers a variety of items to aid travelers. With the right components and a crafter's fee, Chocolina can even create special weapons and equipment. When browsing the shop, be sure you have the required components as well as sufficient amount of gil. Yes, I know how to equip. Right, what do you have? No. Okay, they sound quite useful. Antidote, removes curse, pain, fog, imperil. Actual useful weapons. I don't know whether this game, I'm not sure whether you can upgrade equipment like you could in the other one. I guess for now it doesn't matter, right?
Have a fantabulous day!
Thanks, Chocolina. That gives you siphon damage as well. And instead of Starseeker, let's... See, this is confusing. Because I thought her weapon was the Moogle, the Mug. So why am I buying weapons? Riddle me that.
We need to develop our technology in order to maintain Cocoon. That's why the Academy has been vested with so much authority, for the purpose of research, and we take that responsibility seriously.
Item. Give me the loot. More money. More money, more money, more money. So I need to travel through this way. However, I need another coffee first and foremost. So please excuse me, everyone, whilst I re-caffeinate myself. Here we go. I am back. Right, we should be allowed to...
Why did you offer to stop the giant?
Yeah.
Because we can't let Atlas shut this place down. We need to search the ruins. There might be other gates we can use.
Like the gate to Valhalla?
Exactly. And how can I take you to Lightning without those handy-dandy portals?
Right. We'll do it your way.
Some sweet, sweet potions. Uh-oh. I can't sit.
I can count on you. Kind of feel bad.
You Sarah alone, you little bastards. Paradigm pack unlocks.
What? The monster turned into crystal.
Servant of time, daughter of chaos, unto the world unseen, the untamed you guide.
What do you know? It talks.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Guide the untamed?
Your power over monsters, Kupo.
Over monsters?
Now that you mention it, Lightning had monsters fighting with her in battle.
You can do the same, Kupo.
Okay. This power, can you show me how it works? I want to learn how to protect myself. Might as well start now.
You obtained a monster crystal. New functions have been added to Party Paradigm and the Crystarium. You can now access monsters. What? Click Paradigm Pack within Party Paradigms. Choose monsters to add it to your paradigm. Monsters can also be developed in the Crystarium. Press E and select monsters to customize your monstrous allies. If you're not sure how to use these options, blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's take the tutorial. Why not? It's now time to get your monster allies ready for battle. Paradigm Pack. You can choose up to 3 monsters. There are 3 slots available. For this tutorial, let's start with a single monster. Okay. Let's have us work. Your monster now appears. This creature is now considered to be a member of your team. And your existing paradigms are automatically updated according to its role. With the addition of new paradigms, your strategic choices have also been expanded. Paradigms that include monsters can be customized and turned in the normal manner. Okay. Every monster ally can unleash a special attack, otherwise known as a Feral Link ability. In order to unleash this, add a monster to your party and watch the Feral Link gauge fill as battle progresses. Build chain attacks with your monster ally. Okay. When the gauge is full, press X to unleash the Feral Link ability. Once unleashed, button prompts will appear. Follow them quickly and accurately to bring out. Oh no. I don't know what button's what. effects of special attacks will depend on the synchronization rate, shown in the top right of the screen. Mastering feral link abilities will prove advantageous in battle. Okay, got it. No retreat fought a significant number of battles without using the retry option. Oh, he's a medic. 100% use him. How do I make it so that... Actually, no. Let's have Relentless Assault as the Zwergy. And then add XIII to this one. So Consolidation is now my healing. Yeah, cool. Makes sense, works for me. This game is so dark. I guess it's supposed to be. It's stormy. Stop complaining. Keep forgetting I've got a jump button as well. Which is 100% going to come back to... What? Oh no. Oh.
What just happened?
Looks like we're getting overlap from another reality. Atlas has disappeared into another world or another time, I guess.
How do you think we get... Do you reckon we can, like... Whoa. Wow. 100% we can get in there though, right? I want to explore. Gotcha, Makura. You're attacking my little robot, bastards. Right.
No one's hurt, right?
We're sifting through the ruins to see what hidden technologies we can dig up. Since the Val Sea lost their power, human science is all we have left to rely on.
So I'm guessing you go backward and forward in time in these areas as well. So like all these ruins, I can go back in time to when they're not ruins, and then I can explore those other bits. Or forward in time to where it's even more crumbly, and you can get through like walls and stuff.
Another gate, huh? Figures.
We need an artifact to open it, right?
Right. The key is something that doesn't belong in this time.
Exploring, are we? I want to be careful in here. Someone
That's something that doesn't belong. The Brescia ruins 5AF. According to the guard Chester, a ferocious Seath has appeared, causing panic amongst the Academy staff. Investigate the ruins.
Think you can handle one of those monsters? Maybe you should just leave it to the soldiers. A creature like that shouldn't even be here. The paradox effect thrown in, there's no telling what it's capable of. Watch your step and be ready for anything.
Oh, Chester. You underestimate my power. You underestimate my power!
Sorry, I can't deal with you right now. I'm in the middle of a crisis here. One of my men lost an experimental drug that our unit was testing. It's a reaction-enhancing substance. Kind of thing that civilians shouldn't be playing around with. If the substance was stolen, there's no telling where it will end up. We have to retrieve it immediately.
The Brescia Ruins captain has an emergency situation on his hands. An experimental drug was lost and he needs to find it ASAP. Retrieve the 2 capsules containing the experimental drug.
You'll help us search for the capsules. We're missing 2 capsules. They look just like ordinary medicine. If you find them, bring them directly to me.
Okay.
Have you seen that big old giant? Where'd he come from? Someone sure wasted their time and hard-earned money making something that big. I don't like seeing materials go to waste like that, but hey, what can I do? I can open up my shop. That's what I can do.
I don't like you, lady. Monster materials. Potent droplets. Increases all of biological monsters' attributes. Mechanical monsters' attributes. Okay, interesting. Nothing just now.
You know I'm counting on you. Everyone is.
Sure. Are you Chester, or are you someone else?
These are shambling monsters.
Hey, what's up? What have you found? Hello?
We had some supply stations around here. Then they sort of disappeared. Probably another paradox side effect.
Leave it to me, Kubo!
Occasionally you'll come across treasure spheres or other objects that are out of phase with the current timeline. Should you notice any objects hidden by a strange shimmering aura, ask the Moogle to work his magic. The paradox effect in the immediate vicinity will be dispelled and you will then be able to access the now tangible objects. Okay, press C. What button would C be on the controller?
Giddy up.
L2 apparently. A wild artifact, nice.
What kind of trick are you pulling?
What do you mean?
They say the Seath was seen in the tunnel.
Why are you all lined up here?
Scholars believe the paradox is a natural phenomenon, but I think it was created by man. That glowing thing has to be a weapon invented by someone. If those capsules are misused, there'll be hell to pay. Just hope this wasn't a theft.
Alright, whatever.
Oh, visitor! Can I help you with something?
No.
I can do it. Is there anything you need?
Well, now she's all flustered. Nice going, buddy.
I've been told I can be...
Over there, Mom.
Not this time, Kupo.
I pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry. Okay. What have you...
Giddy up.
Can you see something? Nice. Okay. Capsule.
Looks like you lost. Looks like you lost.
If you come across any gravestones, let me know. It's driving me crazy.
There used to be a cemetery, but it's gone now.
These are shambling monsters created by the foul sea, right? Just creeps me out.
Wait, what? Is that Chester again? How are you getting everywhere, Chester? Seriously? Like, whilst we're fighting these things, you reckon you'll just see Chester wander past? Doing his thing. This is Chester again. How? Chester, go away. I think you're the one who we need to kill for the fucking artifact. You're the thing that doesn't belong around here.
We did it!
Over there, Mom.
Nice.
Came all the way out here on your own, huh? You must be stronger than you look.
Well, that's because we are partners. Sometimes I save her, sometimes she saves me. Neither of us could have made it this far on our own.
You guys make a good team. Don't forget that.
Thanks, dude. It's very pleasant of you to say. Monsters. Are these all of my dudes? So I guess my question here is, what are the symbols for? Like, what? There's a little diamond against these three, and then like a little cat face against these two, so... what is that? So you're Thunderproof Standard Well Grown. You're a late bloomer. Oh, these all have their own crystarium as well. Holy moly. Oh, this is what you... Okay, I get it. I get it. And then, so what do these guys use? So you use potent droplets. Okay, Sith, what do you use? You also use a potent droplet. Ravager, 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 Medic, Ravager. I've got lots of Ravagers. I'll keep my Zwerg Scandroid, I think. Okay, interesting. Quite an interesting little concept we've got going on here. Thought I was about to sneeze. I didn't. Tame. I don't know why it suddenly showed me his stats.
It's another gate. Are these all linked to different time periods?
If that's true, timelines must be pretty tangled. Alyssa, when did these portals first appear?
Well, no one can say for sure. It's like they'd always been there, and one day we finally noticed.
So they took everyone by surprise. Either that or someone's been hiding them.
What are these gates anyway?
These gates may be appearing in other places in the timeline. What are they? Why did they appear? Maybe they cause the paradox effect.
They're definitely causing the paradox effect. I've seen the warping energy pouring out of them.
Perhaps you're right, but maybe the opposite's true. Maybe that energy caused the gates to appear.
Well, that would mean the energy would be pumping into them, right?
It won't open.
We need to find the right artifact.
Did you know these ruins used to be a big city? It became uninhabitable after the war.
Shut up, guard. Probably Chester. Eight mana droplets. Lovely. Do I have any more CP? 911 maybe. Maybe we can upgrade some of these guys. What was I doing? US Ravager. Then you will keep doing his commando. Nice. Then this leads us on a nice little loop-de-loop back to where we started. I feel like I read somewhere that grinding in this game is really unnecessary. Like, you get minimal CP from grinding, and you're better off just running through and doing the story missions and stuff and ignoring monsters. But I need to double check if that's true, because if we could cut down like 10 hours of this game by skipping fights, that would be kinda convenient.
I think there may be a cemetery somewhere in the ruins. Please tell me if you think you found it.
Okay.
It scares me, but I have to know.
I will, Alyssa. Jesus Christ. Holy moly.
It's Atlas!
I thought he was banished.
We've detected a large energy surge in the center of the ruins. Another unknown device has appeared.
Did the device appear along with Atlas? If Atlas is a weapon built by humans, they must have designed a way to stop it.
And that machine showing up is no coincidence.
Right.
Two choices. We try that new device and hope it controls Atlas. Or do it the old-fashioned way and fight him head-on. No regrets, no looking back.
Oh. We either fight Atlas head-on or take our chances with the device. Before I decide how to reply. What does Mog think?
Hey Mog, what do you think about all this?
I like Sarah more than I like Noel. Kupo.
Ouch. You know I have feelings, right?
Also, what the hell? That didn't answer my question at all, Mog.
Looks like we lost.
Did I get any more monsters? I got you. You're a commando. I really want like a saboteur or a synergist monster. I think that would be very helpful. Right, what way are we going? Which way? Let's go get the device. I mean, let's be smart about this. And then accidentally make it more powerful, probably. What are you?
Is that it?
Chester.
Did you spot anything yet?
Chocobo Lady.
If it's the giant you want to take down, then take a look around.
Can I just... I could technically just buy as many as I want. That's good to know, though, I guess. That is very good to know. Thank you, Chocobo Lady.
You know I'm counting on you. Everyone is.
Yes. Yes. The cake was delicious. They wound me. You sons of guns. You wound me, sir. I guess this is the bad guy. Let's do this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Excuse me, how dare you?
No way.
Leave my Zwerg alone. Gas fragment.
Gideon.
Wait, does that mean I can use a gas to my team? I wonder. Star pendant. No. It doesn't. Very sad. Very, very sad. What's the point of this room?
Hey Noel, is Atlas used in some war that happens in the future?
Let me think. Yeah, I remember this.
Are you forgetting stuff?
My memories are unreliable. There are events I should remember, but my memory is hazy, like I'm seeing them through fog of glass. But not this time. I remember this one. There was a war, hundreds of years before I was born. That's when Cocoon crashed into Pulse.
In the future, it's taught that Cocoon fell to Pulse during a war. What should I ask Noel to clarify? Stop joking around. When does that happen? What about the Crystal Pillar? You mean 5 years ago? Oh yeah, is that what he's talking about?
Wait, you're not talking about what happened 5 years ago. That was the day my sister disappeared into the pillar.
The day of Ragnarok is recorded as a separate event. The final fall of Cocoon happens much later.
If we travel to the future, maybe we can stop it.
Who's to say what's possible? That could be the reason we're here in the first place.
Noel, the reason we're here is because Square Enix wanted to capitalize on Final Fantasy XIII. I'm afraid. Quick Draw performed a significant number of preemptive strikes, getting all the achievements today. Let us Orange newsboy cap. What does that do? I'm guessing it's equipment. It is not. Or maybe it's for her? No. Oh, is this so you can literally decorate your machines, I wonder? Oh, I have a hoplite. What are you? Commando. Oh, which one to use? Actually, no, fuck it. I'm happy with my Zwerg Scandroid as a Ravager. XIII. I suppose I can put one of them in. Let's put the machine. It was in here, wasn't it? The hoplite. There you go, my dude. One of us, one of us, one of us. I'd like one of these dudes. They really, really tough. Some more potent bolts. Right, and then down there is the main boss, so let's go back here to the machine.
The reports say you handled that thief in the ruins. Now I can see something.
Chester, come back. I actually need to talk to you this time. Talk to me. Oh, you son of a bitch, Chester. Like the one time I actually want to talk to him, he's like, no. Trying to get you, dudes. Attack the fucking healers first.
Here.
I've just noticed the tags for Final Fantasy XIII-2. The first one that pops up is real-time strategy. Sure it is.
Weird machine. Must be it.
Uh-oh. Maybe I made the wrong decision. The void beyond.
Where are we?
A time labyrinth, Kupo.
I think we're inside the paradox.
Oh no.
We have to figure out the labyrinth and its puzzles before we can get out. Kupo?
Temporal Rift Tile Trial. The void beyond harbors extra-dimensional spaces known as temporal rifts. To escape a temporal rift, you must unravel the mystery set forth by the crystals and resolve the presented anomaly. This particular rift features a disappearing floor. Any tile you pass over will fade into nothingness, so think carefully about the route you must take to collect all the crystals before reaching the exit portal. Resolve the anomaly. Da 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 da. I'm so clever. Oh, how many of these things are there? So if I go that way, then... yeah. Anomaly resolved.
The machine's working.
Let's see what it does, yeah?
Let's.
Fragment discovered, a delicate crystal. Yay! Got another monster bit as well. What is you? A gas fragment. Best of the bestiary. The Seath, including monsters such as the Ghast, are created by fal'Cie from living humans. When people who have been made l'Cie are unable to fulfill their focus, they are transformed into Seath. Places where fal'Cie were once active are often infested with large numbers of wandering Seath. The fal'Cie have also been known to transform weaker humans into Seath en masse. These unfortunate victims become soulless puppets of their fal'Cie masters, forced to fight in their defense. fal'Cie often use this power when they are under immediate threat. Great Mog Wisdom. Delicate Crystal. The Wisdom of Moogles. A time labyrinth is a work-in-progress space that its creator couldn't be bothered to finish because of a paradox. Kupo. We can transform it into what it should be by resolving the paradox. Kupo. I'll bet the creator was lazy and irresponsible. Kupo. What? That sounds like me? No, it doesn't. Kupo. Okay. Society. Summoning. Sarah's ability to summon monsters is another power born from chaos. The summoner seals defeated creatures in crystals and calls them forth when needed, like Pokemon. The weak serve the strong. It is the law of the unseen realm that binds the summoned monsters to the will of their master. Some l'Cie command Eidolons, and the underlying principle is similar. The difference that sets this new power apart, however, lies in the ability to acquire multiple monstrous allies. In her dream, Sarah saw lightning leading an entire army of beasts, and this is likely a more powerful version of the same ability. Locales, the Brescia Ruins and the Purge. During the catastrophe that befell Cocoon, the Brescia Ruins were the site of terrible casualties. The reasons for this can be found in the Purge. The Purge was the name given to the mass deportation of Badoom's residents. The fal'Cie manipulated the actions of the Sanctum and the elite army unit known as PSICOM, sowing chaos and inciting conflict among Cocoon's populace. Many civilians fled to Lake Brescia and its ruins to escape the Purge, but a great majority were crushed by ancient structures that collapsed when Cocoon's momentum was suddenly halted. Oh, what is all this? Bum 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 ba. Commando, Ravager, Sentinel, Medic, Synergist, Saboteur. They're just monsters. Significant persons, Alyssa Zidell. Alyssa is an academy trainee who helps release Noel and Sarah from the custody of the Brescia Ruins security force. The lie she uses to set them free, and the fact that she already knows Sarah's name, make the two time travelers wary of trusting her. Although still a teenager, Alyssa is highly gifted and is already part of an official research team. There is something in the Brescia Ruins that she is eager to investigate. Chocolina. That outfit. Chocolina is a time-traveling merchant who can be found all over the world. There are reports of this mysterious trader appearing in almost every age in history. Some rumors say that she is a certain creature that took on human form. Aside from offering an assortment of wares, Chocolina is also an expert craftsperson, able to synthesize special weapons and items from raw materials. She will, however, always insist on collecting a fee. Chocolina derives great joy from offering her services to needy time travelers, and seems to know much about Sarah and Noel. Okay. I'm gonna say, English, Ash, you can do this. I was saying, I'm gonna save, because it's been a while.
Hope this actually lets us control Atlas.
All we can do is pray. There goes nothing.
Finally! Can you hear me now? It looks like Atlas is starting to slow down a little.
Excuse me.
Yes, this could be our chance.
Atlas is starting to slow down, guys. I thought Mog was trying to show me something. Is there a way out here? I can see it on the map, but maybe not. Let's go.
We learned that all seeds were once normal human beings.
Go!
Kill them all. $1,600 CP, let's do this. I'll be honest, hey, we have a knight. 70 attack, 14, and he's a sentinel. That explains the defense, I guess. Yeah, I'm really not sure whether I'm supposed to be, like, focusing on just one element for these guys, like, you know, just go all in with one, or whether it really matters. I'm just going to max him out, I guess. And the Sarah. So I wonder if we change our hoplite for the pulse night. And then we do Ravager Commando and then Pulse Knight for Delta attack. I don't know, man. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
You know what I think? Maybe we're just one of those possibilities, waiting for the box to be opened. And I think this paradox phenomenon is happening because someone in the distant future can't decide whether or not to flip.
The reports say you handled that piece in the ruins.
Ow. I need to figure out who's the voice actor for Null Priest as well. Like, his voice sounds really familiar. I'm sure it's another Final Fantasy game. Or maybe Kingdom Hearts.
Done and done.
Maybe.
We learned that all cities were once normal human beings.
Oh, I'm not allowed to save. Fuck me, I guess.
Looks like you lost.
I'm really curious now. I can make him wear a little hat. Oh my god, yes. Can I save now? Okay.
If it's the giant you want to take...
Hey, Chocopopo. What are you buying? Do we have anything to sell, actually? Magic resistance, poison resistance.
You know I'm counting on you.
Yeah, we know. I saw something here. I'm sure I did.
Giddy up.
He wasn't advertising it. Oh man, it might have just been the water drop on the screen actually. My bad.
There he is!
And not looking too happy.
Kill the Dendrobium.
That's it.
There was something I was going to do. I guess I forgot. Never mind. Let's kill this leg. Hey, buddy. Would you like to not do that?
Take this!
Ow.
Take this! Get him!
Come on, stagger him, stagger him, stagger him. Good job, guys. Let's do his super link as well.
Take this! Get him! Take this! Get him!
So how do we do?
We did it!
Felt too easy. It's never that easy. Oh shit. I don't know what backspace is on the controller. Fuck.
Hey!
What the?
How did we get here?
No! Look out!
Move!
Quick time events on a controller where the prompt is a keyboard command is really fucking difficult. Scarlet Metal defeated a powerful enemy with graceful poise. I don't think it was that graceful, but thanks.
Whoa! Now what?
Paradox is dissipating.
Ah.
I wonder what caused the paradox effect.
This is just a theory, but I think there might be someone out there derailing history and bending the timeline. That's why Atlas and these gates are appearing out of nowhere.
Could it be a freak accident? The paradox may have been caused by someone meddling in history. Let's think about that. Is that why lightning disappeared? Is that why Cocoon is gone in the future? Who would do something like that? She's more concerned with lightning, isn't she? So I think she'd say that.
Could this someone be responsible for lightning disappearing?
Could be. You remember your sister coming home, right? You have memories from before everything got twisted.
But why only me?
That's the question. We'll keep looking for an answer. Alyssa, we took Atlas down. That place you were looking for is right in front of us.
That's great news! I'm on my way!
You're on your way, but what about my way? My way or the highway? Retrieve the 2 capsules. He said someone stole them, so maybe they're back in the village, actually. Perhaps I will investigate that at some point.
There's an epitaph. Here lie the innocent victims of chance, cast out and cast down. May their souls find the path that leads them home.
Cast out. These must be victims of the purge.
This is it! This is the place! I thought I might be... But that's not my name.
Then whose is it?
Kubo. It's my friend's. She died here, running from the purge. And me? I'm one of those who survived. 5 years ago, the entire town of Bodum, it was wiped out by the army. I was there, visiting my friend. Then everything went to hell. We ran and hid with the other fugitives. But just as the troops were pulling out, that's when the ceiling of our hiding place collapsed. Ever since then, I've had the same dream. I'm trapped under rubble. It's dark. I'm in pain and I can barely breathe. The next thing I know, I rise out of my body and I'm standing before this grave. And the name written on the stone, it's mine. After seeing that image so many times, I started to think that maybe I did die back then, and the life I'm living now is just an illusion.
Alyssa, you feel that way too?
Well, you seem real to me.
Real enough, I guess. Even if they all forget, I never will.
And neither will I. I can never forget. The events that scarred Alyssa were started by Lassie. If I had never become Lassie, if I had never made those mistakes, then the purge, well, it may never have happened. Lightning, is there any way to make up for the suffering we've caused? Can we ever give back what we've taken?
Thought-provoking.
Okay then. I think that wraps things up for Alyssa. Now for our little quest.
Right.
Let's find an artifact and open a gate.
So, where should we look?
Well, now we've cleared up the paradox effect. It's possible those sneaky artifacts have come out of hiding. Let's try searching those areas we couldn't reach.
Time for some Moogle magic. Kupo!
Huh?
Mog, you can help? You're a lifesaver.
Kupo Kupo!
Good. Hold on, Mog. The areas we couldn't reach before, I'm glad I didn't spend hours trying to figure out how to get to them like I normally do.
Gideon.
The fuck is this?
Nice, Mog.
Kupo Kupo?
Eclipse artifact, what do you do? An artifact of unknown properties that resembles an image projector of some kind.
Thank you. I'll head back after I've said my goodbyes.
Everything about Final Fantasy stories is tragic, all the time. Give me something happy, you know? Right, how do I get in there then? I guess I'll swing back around and see whether the paradox has opened up anything.
Say you handled that thief in the ruins.
I definitely need to check to see whether it's worth keep fighting everything or just run past enemies. I'm sure I read somewhere that you get most of your CP from doing quests and stuff, and the grinding is kind of negligible. Very happy with my robot's cute little hat though. Chocobo, what are you doing down here? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to... I guess, do we have anyone else first? What are you? We have a saboteur. Okay, let's put the saboteur in there instead of the sentinel. Set you as active. Keep the saboteur as the active one. Then we've got healing there. And here, if I change you to Kate Sith, then we've got... I can keep attacking whilst I heal. Let's give that a go. Still can't get there.
Over there, Mog.
Mog, you said you were going to do something cool. Why aren't you helping me? Very disappointed. Let's just hang on. What? Don't attack the chocobo. Or oh, maybe the chocobo's attacking you. Should we level up whilst we're here? What do we got? CP? Yeah, we've got tons of CP. No idea what the Optimum is supposed to be. I figure I'm just going to go specialization. And then for my saboteur here. I can do mana. An item used to increase all of a biological monster's attributes, or magic only. Let's do some magic. Cool. That sounds good. Shut up, Chester.
The reports say you handled that thief in the ruins.
I literally took the long way around. Whoops.
Go! Done and done.
Whoopsie daisy. I don't know, should I run back and... Nah, let's just proceed with the story. By the sounds of it, we can just come back all the time anyway, right? Reunion artifact.
Way to go, bobblehead.
Now for the gate.
Which gate? Yeah, where is the gate? Where is the gate? Unless it's the one I already found. Maybe it's where was it? Yeah, that one down there. Might as well check that out first.
We learned that all Seek were once normal human beings. Their only salvation lies in a
I'm so I'm so bad at hitting them. Hang on. Hang on. If we're having this guy as a main, we need to give him the cap. He's got to be dressed for the best.
You guys are unbelievable. You charm monsters and defeat Atlas with your sword and bow. Were you trained for this?
There's someone I need to beat. I've been training like a madman.
Then you should be grateful. Take it from me. A good nemesis can help a person grow.
Yeah, maybe.
You see, things like that. Take it from me, a good nemesis can help a person grow. Take it from me implies that he has a nemesis, but I guarantee we will never learn about it. Yeah, let's do it. I'd love to know little bits about side stories like that.
Okay, that did it. Sarah? Tell me you're having visions.
Oh, no. Just staring into space.
Oh, okay then. Let's get going.
Okay.
We unraveled the paradox and continued on to another time, another place. But why had these gates appeared? Who had tangled the timelines, and for what purpose? We still didn't know. Why am I able to fix these temporal anomalies, bend monsters to my will? Why do I have this power at all? I'll keep traveling with Noel, knowing that we'll find you eventually. So Lightning, if you're watching, do what you can to guide us to your side. I hope we land right in the place where Lightning is waiting. Where do you think we'll end up this time? The future? The past?
I have no idea. With all this jumping back and forth, I'm not sure I know which is which anymore. But the past is what makes us who we are. Defines us as people. The future that we're aiming for, that's the thing we can change. No matter how bad things have been, without that past, I wouldn't be who I am now.
That makes sense.
So Sarah, you shouldn't feel like you're wasting your time. Even if we don't arrive in Valhalla, there's still value in every path we take.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But hey, I won't complain if we do end up there. All this running around is exhausting.
Hey, make up your mind.
Just be honest with yourself. If you are, you'll be sure to arrive in the future you want.
I love that they just float around as though, like,
Sarah,
not care in the world.
Forgive me. That was a past you never should have had to deal with. But now, because of your courage, the timelines have one less knot to unravel.
I'd have lost my mind if that was me.
I would thank you for what you have accomplished. But I can't. Not just yet.
Like portaling into I don't know, space, basically. Can you imagine? 300 AF. Did I even get any fragments in that time? Oh, I got 3. So what are you? What's this thing? Sunleth Waterscape. 300 years after the fall. So Sarah, all your friends are dead, I'm afraid.
As upheavals transform the world of man, nature tirelessly weaves her tapestry. The Sunleth Waterscape survives amidst the decaying cities of Cocoon. This was once a protected wilderness zone, and even without the Fal'Cie overseers, the landscape flourishes. Yet amidst the teeming growth, the seeds of destruction are being quietly sown.
Long loading screens in this game compared to the original. Or my fixes haven't worked at all and the game's about to crash again. Let's see which one it is, I suppose. Not looking good. It is not looking good. How long do I give it? Let's give it... Oh, when's the autosave going to be from? Yeah, I can't just sit on a load screen all day. Okay, let's quit this. Quit this, restart, and I hope the autosave was fairly recent, I suppose. $10.37. Okay, not too bad.
Final Fantasy XIII-2. The story so far.
Whoever you are.
Noel Kreis.
Is that a toy Moogle? But I want to see lightning so much. I'll be back. No!
These, the story so far, make absolutely no sense.
Even as upheavals.
Come on, we can't just sit here on a load screen. I'm reading on the community site for Final Fantasy XIII-2. Apparently it can just take a long time to load. What are people saying? Found a solution. It should work for every one of you if you're currently playing with the cloud sync off. Start the game, load your save. While the game is launched, go under Steam and activate the cloud. Yeah, I can give that a go, I suppose. This game is causing me no end of issues. I can't believe how poorly it's optimized for the PC.
Twist of the knife. The joy is ephemeral.
Ah.
It leaves fear in its wake. A fear that all too soon the time will come when you must bid farewell again.
Phew.
Yet you cannot help but long for the next encounter. Humanity's great frailty. We prefer past happiness to future uncertainty.
So this is what the end of the world looks like.
What, tomatoes?
Are they going to destroy the planet?
I don't know. But if the world does end here, my future should never have happened. Which means there must be a way to stop them. So, what is it? What's wrong?
The daughters of the sundered cocoon are sacrificed to beasts that warp time itself. The pillar crumbles to ash and sand and down to earth. The cocoon does fall.
What? Sarah. Sarah! Sarah!
Is that snow?
Wait! Sarah! What's wrong? What did she see? Was it a vision? Does Sarah have the same power as you?
Okay, cool. Let's get back on track, shall we? Not by myself. No, she's still with me. That's good. We don't have much CP. I can't change leader either. Come back! Sarah, where did you go?
Why? Why did she react the way she did?
I don't know. I can't even save. Okay, I can't explore. At least the levels in this game feel a little bit more open than they did in the previous game. You know, Corridor Simulator. Or I suppose there's an element or the illusion of being able to go to different places. It's not literally just a straight line that you're walking through. Follow Sarah. Okay, game. God.
Wow. That is one gigantic monster.
It really is. Oh, it is snow. In this day and age, 300 years later.
Is that really you? I can't believe it.
Sarah? Am I dreaming again? Dream or not, gotta get out of here.
I'll give you a hand. No, I'll hold it off. You get out of here.
Hey, kidding? Was Sarah watching? I don't think so.
Fine, we'll do it together.
Teamwork. Yeah. Was it the royal ripeness? What does Kitty Club do, I wonder? The healer doesn't seem to be particularly good, I'll be honest.
Get close, I'll cover you. Don't be a fool. Come on,
Don't be a fool. Nice dude. What's healing him? Something is healing that dude. Fire. Is anyone casting fire on him? I just want to go commando. Fuck. So he's untamable, I know that. Which is a shame, imagine having him on your side. Ivan, if you're still here, thank you for the follow, my friend. Very much appreciated. Slightly delayed, thanks. I apologise. I've my screen resolutions have been thrown out of whack recently. So I did have a notification option that flashed up, but I think it's like flashing up off screen now, conveniently. I wish there was a way to stop the I was going to say, I wish there was a way to stop the little things from healing him. Alas, I don't think there is. Oh, he is going full ham now. Calm down, dude. Stop it. They have really gone full force with the music in these fights. Stop healing him. Please. I might just leave Kate Sith to oh, there we go.
He's kicking me off. Come on, all together.
I don't know which one X is. I'm gonna have to use the keyboard, I think.
It's no good.
It is ridiculous that it pops up with the keyboard prompts when it knows you're using a controller.
Just won't stay dead. Let's go. Yeah. Hit it hard while it's down and no. I mean, we get out of here. Look, that way.
Come on, Snow. Let's go.
Hey, Sarah.
Listen, hotheads who can't back down don't last long on this planet.
Maybe. Sometimes you gotta make a stand.
You're not listening to me. Humans aren't strong. They die easy.
Well, some of us are tougher than others. Anyway, thanks for the help. You got a name?
This is Noel. And this is Snow. We're getting married.
It's on hold for now.
You know, somehow I didn't expect you to be such a hothead. All I hear is what a great guy Snow is. And look where you are, all the way in the future.
I'm sorry, who's the hothead? What were you thinking bringing Sarah out here?
Listen, Snow. Guess what, Lightning? I found Snow again. He hasn't changed a bit. Still as reckless as ever, still doing his own thing. To think I spent all that time worrying about him. Stupid me. Guess I'll never learn. And that's how we got here.
Now it's your turn. Why did you up and leave Sarah? What are you doing fighting here in the future?
You really want to know?
I asked, didn't I?
Lightning appeared in my dreams too. Can you believe it?
You saw lightning?
She told me I had to protect Cocoon, so I started jumping through time, checking things out. I learned that the giant jelly bean back there knocks Cocoon down.
You mean the Flan we just fought?
Uh-huh.
According to the stories I heard back in my own time, Cocoon was brought down by war.
Well, there's more than just one cause. Did you see what it was doing, that Flan? It's melting the crystal of the pillar, bit by bit.
But Vanille and Fang, they're inside it.
Yeah, so Cocoon starts to get unstable, people feel the tremors and begin to panic. Next thing you know, everyone's fighting each other.
It's consistent with what I know, sort of.
I can't believe lightning appeared in your dreams as well. She told you to protect Cocoon's pillar, so she must want you to save Vanille and Fang.
Like I said, sometimes you gotta make a stand. I don't have a choice. My mission is to stop that thing for good.
Snow's here because of something Lightning said in his dream. What else does he know? Let's do it to Flan. She's still alive. Was it really her? Are Vanille and Fang okay?
Are Vanille and Fang still safe? If the stories about Cocoon collapsing are true, we'd better hurry.
No worries, I got it covered. That's why Lightning asked me. She knew she could rely on me to protect them and the pillar. 100%.
I'll help you.
So will I. There's no telling how many people will die if Cocoon falls. None of this makes sense. There are thousands of Flan appearing out of nowhere, and they're fusing and creating a beast that shouldn't exist.
Could it be a paradox?
If it is, we'll need to do some traveling to fix it.
Which means you've got to find an artifact first.
Lightning, did you meet Snow in his dreams? Is there a reason why you can only talk to us when we sleep? Snow hasn't changed one bit, even though it's been years since I last saw him. He's still as hot-headed as the day we said goodbye. It makes me so mad. But it's a relief, too. I've been caught up in the fate of the world for so long. It Feels good to worry about the simple stuff. Being the snow helped me forget about what the future might hold.
Defeat the giant flan again.
This is a map of the area. Take it with you.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Thanks. Right, what are you?
It's not working.
Let's go find an
No.
This one's mine.
Holy moly.
Scared much?
They're beasts. Oh. I was like, why are I attacking? There's even Snow on the team, but he's not in the party. Apparently this mini flan is in love with me. So is that one. They both lead to the same place. But this way has an item. Some gil. Right, what are you, Mini Flan? Commando.
So many little flan. Where are they all going to?
We follow them straight to the artifact.
Oh, maybe. It could happen. They may be drawn by the space-time disturbance. Let's find out.
What do you mean, where are they going? We know where they're going, don't we?
Nog, what's got your attention?
Must be that vine. Guess he's telling us we can use it to get across.
Got it. If we get stuck, just look for a vine.
Okay. But do I want to go that way? I guess so. Let's save first. No. Also, we have some more reading to do. Atlas fragments. Atlas is a giant war machine that was excavated from the Brescia ruins. The technology appears to be of human origin rather than fal'Cie. This suggests that it is a relic of a future civilization. The machine can be operated through its crystal-controlled AI and sensory perception apparatus. Academy scientists hypothesize that the machine was built to combat large-scale fal'Cie, but stress that their research is still in the early stages. Snow Villiers. Snow is Sarah's fiancé and former lessee. 3 years ago, 303 years ago now, he proved himself a hero when he saved Sarah alongside Lightning. After the catastrophe that befell Cocoon, he left on a journey to find Sarah's missing sister. The determined Nora leader has vowed not to return until he's successful. and left Sarah with an engagement necklace. Snow once escaped the cursed fate of a l'Cie, but his arm still shows the glowing brand of servitude. It appears the irresponsible hero encountered more than just time gates during his journey to find lightning. Paradox's The Crystal Pillar. During the catastrophe of Zero AF, a gigantic crystal pillar appeared and caught Cocoon in its embrace. This miracle was the work of Fang and Vanille, two women who sacrificed themselves to achieve the impossible. In the centuries that follow, however, erosion weakened the massive structure. The second threat to Cocoon triggers a war among its people, and the resulting violence brings the sphere crashing to the ground. The apocalyptic age in which Noel was born is what remains of the world after those tragic events come to pass. Nice. So...
Hey, Noel. How old are you?
18?
Younger than me.
I guess so.
Should I keep exploring or kill the flan? I'm confused. Let's keep exploring. I guess what's this gate as well? Can we go through here now?
Nothing's happening.
I guess we don't have the right...
These Flan aren't stopping anytime soon, huh?
Oh wait. Yeah, we're supposed to follow the flan. I thought they were going to the big
End
thing
of the
to
road.
merge with him.
We have to turn back. Come on. No way we can take that.
Hey! Snowball! Over here!
Don't encourage it.
Hey, big guy, we need to get through this valley. Mind giving us a ride?
I don't think it hurt you.
No answer. Guess I'll take that as a yes.
It'll swallow you whole.
Well, let's find out. Bouncy.
Is it angry?
I think so. I think he actually likes it.
Hey, just had an itch that needed scratching. Come aboard. Help me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you check that out? Over there.
No, it's too far for me, Kubo.
Okay, throw you closer.
Good idea. We can broaden our search radius.
Sarah, please! Save Mom, Kubo!
Good luck.
Good luck. Moogle Throw. The bonds of trust between you and your wing companion have enabled you to perform the Moogle Throw. When you see a treasure sphere far beyond your reach, press Tab to grab the Moogle and line up your aim. Without releasing the button, press C. If the Moogle is far away, when enemies appear, his warning will come too late, and Mod Clock will tick around at a much faster rate. I mean, it says... Yeah, I'll take the tutorial.
Giddy up.
Because I need to try and figure out... Okay, that's Tab. Oh, and then press C or C.
go. Good job.
This is really awkward controls.
Giddy up.
Hey, nice going, little guy.
And away.
Some mana chips. Okay, good.
Nice.
Hey, nice going, little guy.
Okay, let's keep an eye out for more treasure then.
I think he's in a good mood.
Maybe he's looking forward to the free lunch.
No worries. If he does attack, we'll think of something.
How will you even survive this long?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I've got no idea how Snow's still alive. He's an idiot. I thought I saw a treasure chest. But maybe I was mistaken? He says, like, how could this be?
I can't stand to even think about Flan. They're slimy and gooey and sticky and goopy. So gross. Hey there, I'll sell you some great stuff, so in return, I think you should take care of the giant Flan. You know what I mean by take care, right?
I don't want to know what you mean by take care. You weird, weird woman. I already have you. Lunar Stinger and Volatile Spark. Yeah, let's definitely buy these then. I don't really care about you. And I don't really know what's best to have there either.
Thank you, thank you. And don't forget to...
Yeah. That's just all around better. CP's at 1,000. We can probably level up a bit as well. Okay, 1,000 isn't a lot anymore. Must remember. Level 50 is the next one. And let's level up my Dendo Boreum as well. That was all I could do. So sad. You, on the other hand, I can do loads too. Yay! Learn Ravager bonus boost or ATB increase. Enhance the Ravager roll bonus. Let's give him more ATB. And I actually think in this place I need that. Kate Sith can go there. And then yeah, there we go. See how we get on with this. Hey, an item. I have to do this, don't I? If monsters appear after the Moogle is thrown, you'll not be able to attack.
Over there.
I thought the area was clear. So unfair.
This one's mine.
You deserve a treat.
Nice.
Over there, Mom.
Some vitality, something or others.
Giddy up.
I mean, I can see the vine. Oh. Nice. Nice. Where does this take me? A frost ring. Now I need to pay attention to items that are in the distance as well. Yes, Kupo. What have you seen? A unicorn horn.
Over there, Mom. Over there, Mom.
Is there no vine this side, Mog? Disappointed. I love that little dude. So happy I gave him a cute little hat. Yeah, okay, let's continue.
It looks like the flan are all headed in that direction.
It does, doesn't it? Wait, where do you take me then? Or are you the thing I have to... Yeah, I think I have to use you. Excuse you.
Giddy up.
What do you mean it's no good? You were just flashing your ass at me. What have you seen?
Over there, Mom.
Very confused. Alright, whatever. I don't believe you, Kupo. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Zephyr Ring. Okay, this way leads to a gate. That I guess we can't use.
Nothing's happened.
I guess we don't...
Juicy looking tomato. Wonder if these jellies are edible. I wonder if they taste like tomato jelly. That'd be probably quite disgusting, actually. What are you? Flandit. The moment I find a monster that's a synergist, by the way. What are you? Oh, you guys are saboteurs as well. You might be... What do you do? Strength and magic when all monsters in the paradigm pack are of the same type. No. You're also a saboteur. Magic resistance by 5%. Commando Sentinel. And yours is fog resistance. Do we have any other Ravagers? Yeah, you're a Ravager. You don't have anything. You're useless. Tiny insect. keep thinking, like, is there any point I can... There's a little bit of map down there that I can see. I'm not sure if I'm supposed... Oh, I think it's just the underground bit, actually. Underground? The bottom bit. The bottom bit, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. Wait, how do I get down? Oh, here? I guess.
So this is where they were all trying to get to.
Now we'll see what all the fuss was about.
Let's break up the party and get our artifact. Over there, Mom.
Oh, I don't have to be accurate at all. That's good. What is it? An ember ring.
Nice.
Anything else? What's time? Yeah. Nope. These, I like the little fuckers that are attached to the big thing that keep revitalizing it.
Thank you, Mog.
He's a weird little critter. Looks like he stepped right out of Nautilus. Isn't it, fella?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's like a theme park mascot.
What's a theme park?
Well, it's a place where people go to just go on rides and have fun. I guess you only have them when times are peaceful and prosperous, not like where you're from.
Hey, where do you come from, anyway?
A place that doesn't have much in the way of fun or civilization. That's where I'm from.
Kind of reminds me of Vanille and Fang.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, he's a lot like him.
Really? How so?
They were born on Grand Pulse, just like you. Back then, on Cocoon, that was really unusual.
Huh. We have things in common.
Well, I'll make sure to introduce him to you. One of these days.
Nice. Head for the gates. Do we have any more data logs? We do. Oh, gameplay primers. Ugh. How do I get back? That's the question. I was really hoping it told me what the little heart icon was. Maybe that means I've already tamed it.
Done and done.
Just 1 second. Yeah, as I was saying, how do I leave this place? I'd love to get out. I just don't know where from. Do you think we can get a chocobo as an ally at some point that we can fight with? That would be magical.
That wasn't even a warm.
How much CP are we getting from this actually? CP 255, that's not bad. Ah, here we go. So it wants me to go through the gate, but I thought it wanted me to kill the big flan, or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not supposed to kill the flan yet. Defeat the giant flan. Head for the gate. Where is the... or was there an artifact I'm supposed to find to beat the flan? Maybe that was it. Use a combat artifact. No, I'm going to save first, in case we get stuck in a time loop again.
We have to do this. We can't afford to fail. If we don't find a way to defeat that flan...
Hey, don't get too wound up now. People start to make mistakes when they stress out too much. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Okay, let's do this.
If you want to try, be my guest.
What do you mean?
For every road, there's a different gate. If you try to use a gate that's meant for someone else, well... See?
Does this mean Snow can't come with us?
Yep, he stays.
Guess I drew the short straw.
And don't you do anything foolish behind our backs, like trying to take on giant flans single-handed.
Yeah, you behave yourself or else. You got it? I'm serious, Snow.
I'll be good. And back to business.
That must hurt so much, just like smashing his knuckles together. New location, Colosseum, year unknown. This Colosseum is something as... Do you see what I did there? Interesting. Why can't I? Wait. Mog, do your job. I can see a floaty thing. I tell you what, guys. It's been a 3-hour stream. It's going to be slightly... Wait, what? Are we in a cutscene? I was going to quit the stream here, but apparently I can't save, so... Let's proceed.
Who said that?
That guy!
My domain exists outside the margin ages. It is unseen and unknown, beyond life and death. Until the day the bell of the goddess tolls, this realm welcomes not the living. Begone from here, you bring naught but calamity. My halls already play host to an omen of time-shattering misfortune.
An omen of misfortune. Something that doesn't belong here.
Okay then. We'll make you a deal.
My words, or face judgment at my hands.
You want this omen gone from here, right? Give it to us, and we'll leave you and your realm in peace. What do you say to that?
And leave this place. The day of reckoning has not yet come.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
That was easy.
Job well done, I guess.
Yeah, and Snow will be waiting.
I hope he's still okay back there. But I bet he won't be waiting by the gate for us.
No, I suppose not. He's just like my sister. Always just charging ahead.
Charging ahead into an early grave. He acts like he's everyone's boss. Just marches ahead and never thinks how much danger he's putting himself in. Idiots like that. They're all the same. Their heads in the clouds, thinking self-sacrifice can somehow save everyone. But people die anyway.
Well, I hope you don't get yourself killed.
Huh?
After all, you've risked your life a lot of times. To help me, I mean.
Why? But I can tell the difference between fantasy and reality. I'm not like Snow.
I didn't say you were.
He just took off and left you alone. He did what he wanted. Didn't care who he left behind, or who he hurt.
I understand why Snow made Noel so angry. Once upon a time, someone Noel loved left him behind. It hurt him almost more than he could bear. It still does. He didn't have to tell me. The pain on his face made it clearer than words ever could.
Fragment discovered. Whitehall
I
Gym.
can't believe that worked.
Hooray! Now we can save. Now we can exit the game. And now I can say, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Remember to follow to get the notifications for when I go live. If not, I do have my schedule up. Stream days are Tuesdays, 6 PM GMT is Final Fantasy XIII-2. Thursdays, 6:30 PM GMT is we just finished Riven. Actually, we're now on Myst 3 Exile. And Saturdays before, kind of between 3 and 5 hours in the morning, is Final Fantasy XIII-2. I try and push it a bit longer just so I can get through some of these longer RPGs. Plan is to finish XIII-2, move on to XIII-3, Lightning Returns, and then probably move on to another old school RPG, so maybe Mass Effect, maybe Dragon Age Origins. Maybe Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If you're watching or you see this video on YouTube and have thoughts, then let me know what you'd like to see. Other than that, have a very good Saturday, guys, or Sunday, or Friday, or whatever day it is you're watching on. Have a very good day. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.